What's going on, FTA? It's Aaron with another weekly structure vid. I just tried recording it and then my screen wasn't moving at all. Kind of pissed me off. But back with another weekly structure vid where we decode the crypto charts for you guys so that you guys can be taking home intraday plays based off of our readings. Last week's crypto reading was fucking beautiful. I'm gonna put the clip in here alongside this weekly SFP, thinking that we're gonna have a kind of deep retracement around an 11% retracement down to the 1 day SMA should not scare any of us. We are going to be scalping the source on the way down. Talked about that weekly SFP. Talked about getting that push candle downwards. Talked about the same 100K price point that we're looking at right now. I'm pretty sure that video was made when we were still at that 115 range. Guys are at 108, a little 7% decline. I've been said scalp these shorts, right? But let's get into it. Let's start decoding the charts and let's get into the plays. First thing that I want to talk about right now is, let me put the text up on my chart for you. Weekly SFP. We tried swinging on the weekly. We closed back within. Failure. Push failure. Now we had our reaction and we had another beautiful red week push downwards and flipped support. The 50-day support that we were holding, 2-month support that we were holding, flipped and closed below it. This is the exact same box I told you guys to draw. 110. It was like 195, 110 to 113. Closing below that, we still have that 200 period 1 day SMA located right, sitting pretty at 101K at the next support that we're thinking about finding. I'm not expecting a deep retracement all the way back down to like 91, little Jewish zone. I'm just talking about the 100K right here. So weekly SFP gets put in. We have this 3-week downtrend that we're on. Now I have good confirmation for shorts. I'm not going to flip long until this weekly downtrend gets broken. I'm not flipping long until this weekly downtrend gets broken or we get back down to 100K and get that bounce. So alongside this being one of our bearish signals, SFP completion plus the support resistance flip, seeing our next support level being found back at that 95 to 100K level. We also see USDT on this 2-year, then we're 3-year downtrend. This was made like the end of 22. Yep, November 2022. This 3-year downtrend that we've been on for USDT dominance. If we're gonna accept that Bitcoin support resistance flip, then soon enough we can accept this resistance support flip on USDT and how it's gonna probably start aiming towards its 100-point SMA or that 3-year downtrend that we've been on. If this pump, if we get this pump into here, the shorts for Bitcoin look beautiful. We get the shorts into here, tap off this or tap off this. It's structure percentage aligned as well. Fuck, I actually forget the, oh wait, no, 10%. Go to Bitcoin, well, 7%. Okay, cool. And then, but yeah, so as I was gonna say, the first bearish point being weekly support resistance flip on Bitcoin plus that SFP completion getting respected very well. The next thing that I do want to talk about is, bam, nope, it's here. Total, having this weekly FEG right here. If I take out the support level and we more just look at it like this, weekly FEG to get filled on support. Weekly FEG to get filled in on total. If we do make this correction and we have to tilt this kind of down to like here, because we go here, get this bounce back into resistance, which kind of seems very probable, as this is the exact same chart setup as Bitcoin itself and the exact same inverse chart for USDT, then this weekly FEG looks like the next target on total to start respecting for these shorts. Now that's 3 bearish signals very quickly. Bitcoin SFP gets respected, weekly support gets flipped into resistance and we close below it. Now USDT flipping its resistance into support with this 3-year downtrend still having room to get respected off of for another swing, and total having a weekly FEG down at or 3.45 trillion, but I don't use the number marks for total. I'm just looking at this straight box right here. Draw this box as a FEG, wait for it to get bounced on and respected / filled for the trend line to go back into resistance blow off top situation at the end of the year. Now, the tools that I want you guys to be using alongside these shorts or / scalp shorts is that we're going to be using the ETH BTC, Sol ETH, BNB BTC charts. These are just X crypto priced in X crypto charts. What do these charts represent? When the ETH BTC chart is going up, it's showing you that Ethereum percentage wise is moving quicker than Bitcoin. What does that mean? That means your TPs and SLs on Ethereum are going to be getting hit way quicker on or they're going to be getting well, sorry about that. They're going to be getting hit way quicker on Ethereum than they are on Bitcoin. And something I want to show you guys with is that even last week, if we go to ETH Sol or Sol ETH, it was on a downtrend, so you're usually supposed to be just be taking the bets on Ethereum, but we break this weekly downtrend. If I go to the 4-hour here, I want to show you guys something. This is the next thing that we're going to be using. This is find your top gainers every day so that you're not going to be stuck in those slow trades, or so that you're not trading and as your trade is active, you're going to be looking at your watch list and like, oh, fuck, XYZ ABC was up 5-10% today and I'm betting on the coin that's only moved fucking 1% since market open. I'm shitted. Yeah, you are. You should be using these charts to help you out, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how they actually help. So look, from the 26th to the 28th, Solana, or like I said before, if it's Sol price in ETH, if Sol price in ETH chart goes up, then that means Solana is moving quicker than ETH, which means you should be taking your trades on Solana over ETH. Here's the literal chart proof. The 26th to the 28th, Sol ETH chart, we see it break this down. It broke the downtrend really on the 25th, but it got its never really retested. It just broke and actually received its rally on the 26th through the 28th. If we go to the 26th to the 28th that's hilarious. If we go to the 26th to the 28th on Solana, right here. There it is. Delete that. Bam. You see how much movement we had? 26th to 28th, right here. This is the cutoff. This is the cutoff. You had all of this to bet on. You had all of this to bet on last week, as where we go to Ethereum. So look at this. You didn't have shit to bet on. You had what? What is this range? The 28th. You had about 5% to bet on ETH, and you had about, is that the 8th? That's the 29th. 16% movement to bet on for Sol. So we already decoded the bearish signals that we have. Weekly SFP on Bitcoin getting respected. Support resistance flip now looking at 100K. USDT and total are aligning with that. We're going to be swing shorting Bitcoin down to 100K, and then we're going to be scalp shorting the alts down. The moment that 100K gets touched, or gets touched / filled, we flip bullish, take that swing long back into 115, start eating heavily off of that, and start swing longing all the alts as well. Which alts should we be betting? Oh, FTA Aaron, which alts should we be betting on throughout the week? Use these priced in charts, because it's going to be telling you whichever one of these is green. You can't really see me pointing at my screen, but if ETH BTC is green, bet on ETH as opposed to BTC. If Solana ETH is green, bet on Solana as opposed to ETH. If BNB BTC is green, then you bet on, but we're not talking about BNB. If any chart, you can find this for any chart though. X price in X, just type in whatever altcoin that you want to bet on, or type in all of your watch list, and then price it in Bitcoin, price it in ETH, and see which ones are moving, because this is an easy way to find out which one's going to be moving quicker than the other. As we saw last week, Solana was moving quicker than ETH. If it flips, ETH will be moving quicker than Sol, but you just have to wait for the chart to tell you that. All right, but like I said, swing shorting down to 100K and wanting to flip off 100K to get a swing long. What does that mean for all the alts that we have on our charts? Well, let's start looking at the alts, at least the alts that I have listed out, and let's start seeing who's healthy for some shorts, for some swing shorts, who's more healthier for scalps, and how can we structure our week to take some dubs off of this. So look, Solana, if we're betting that it's going to be a bearish week for crypto, Solana's sitting pretty here at resistance. We could catch a whole range swing short, all the way the fuck back down to 180. Ethereum's already kind of in the middle of its range, so you can really only get to scalp short down to, like, I would say 4,100. AVAX, I'm pretty sure, is printing something pretty. Oh no, it wasn't. AVAX is right next to support, so we really only get this scalp short down, and then you're waiting for this trend to break, in all honesty, after that 100K flip. Because after that 100K flip, we're gonna probably be deep into this support right here, catch that flip into here. And BNB is looking actually very pretty. I put this chart for the first recording of the video, and the recording fucked up, and now I'm not even in the trade. I just put this for the recording to show what I was thinking about. Probably have to get into this now. But this is how BNB is kind of printing out for us. Very healthy short here. Top of resistance. We get to eat all the way the fuck back down. Super safe SL leaves you with like 1 to 1.5. If you start getting a little bit more greedy with the SL, easy 1 to 3 hit on the swing trade. So swing trade these swing trade Bitcoin, swing short Bitcoin at the beginning of the week, either today or tomorrow. And as that swing short is eating down to 100K, I'm going to be scalping shorts on all of my alts and checking which alts are moving quicker than which to ensure that I'm always betting on the top moving coin that's at least on my watch list. Once you start going into the small caps, every day there's some random like 10% hitter because of like some little news or some shit like that, or just someone manipulating the chart. But yeah, that's it. That's really it for the week. So now let's go over this one more time to make sure everyone gets it really drilled in on what we're going to be doing for the week to make sure that we're eating. Because last week I gave you guys some beautiful plays. You know, I probably should have stopped sucking my own dick, but goddamn, I gave you guys some beautiful plays to eat off of. We were like right here in that clip that I put in. We were like in the middle of this candle. And I told you guys we're scalp shorting, and we got to short all the way down here. Weekly, Bitcoin, S&P completion, support, resistance, flip, aiming for shorts. USDT, resistance soon getting flipped into support, having the 200 period one day having the 200 period SMA slash the slash this 3-year downtrend to bounce off of, and total having a weekly FEG placed below that we may have to move our trend line to respect. Using X price and X charts, or that's the bearish signals for that's the macro bearish signals. Now that we know we're on a downtrend, we're gonna go down to, after we place our swing short for Bitcoin, we start getting into the 15 5-minute charts, go on to our alts. Oh my gosh, look at visual. Look at the bot that we made for you guys, just catching plays. We go down to what is it called? The 15 and the 5-minute. Go to these alts, start using X price and X charts to see which alts should we be betting on over which. Alongside that, my fault. Use those charts to be determining which charts we should bet on over which for the scalp shorts. Other alts do have, BNB and SOL having a healthy swing short structure as well. My fault. Use X price and X charts to help you find what's going to be the top mover. Now use the tools that FTA provides for you, True Vigil, the position sizing calculators, or goddamn Poseidon, Candle Medic, all of these new things that we made for you guys. All these new things that we made for you guys to determine when you should be getting your entry in. And that's it. That's really it. I'm going to keep it nice, short, and simple like I kept the last one. Any questions that you have for FTA, just let us know in the comments or DM our Instagram page. DM us and inquire about free resources that we have for you guys. Join up and get access to the bot and all the tools that we're making for you guys, plus live classes damn near every day and live trading every day, and the course teaching you guys how to use technical analysis as a tool to make some extra cash and bring it into your pockets every week. I'm not going to promise some zero to hero shit, but I could definitely say I think anyone can learn this TA-ish because it's just straight math, and use it to get some extra side cash from you, either funded or trying to grow a small leverage poured up into something so that you could cop some with it. That's it. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Beautiful trades, beautiful bot, beautiful everything. Life's good. Thank you, young intern. Yes, way.